just for me and you. Hi, good morning. This is Garage Geek, and welcome to Friendsgiving. And this is a week Friendsgiving live stream Onslaught. So, you know what the hat means. You are getting an unwashed, unkempt Garage Geek, but that's okay. Everybody was still asleep in my house, so I didn't want to wake them up by jumping in the shower. I am with Mark Morris, who is going to be my guest on this Thanksgiving Day. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining me today.
My pleasure, David.
Did you want to say any introductory remarks?
Yes, hello. Happy Thanksgiving to my North American friends, or at least the United States friends. And I hope you enjoy the show. I think you will.
Yay, Sleepy's here. We have somebody. Yay.
Yeah, I love sleeping.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the view. And since you are the guest, do you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Did you want to talk about the theme or anything?
Oh, yeah, I guess we have to do that. Okay, so I'll be big to talk about the theme. So on Thanksgiving Day, for some strange reason, Mark wanted to go horror. So I was like, okay, I'm down with that. So I guess we have a Halloween theme on Thanksgiving. I guess we're thankful for horror. So you're
Yeah.
up, Mark.
All right. So because I'm primarily a vinyl channel, I wanted to start off with a little vinyl. And so what I have here is the Last Man on Earth soundtrack. I think it was 64 when this movie came out. This is a record it's actually a double LP produced by Waxwork Records. And it's just a beautiful record here. I wanted to show. I know you appreciate good art, David.
Ah, that's beautiful. I want that. Is that the Omega Man story? Oh no, that's the Omega Man.
Exactly. So I was going to talk a little bit about that too. So it's based on Richard Matheson's I Am Legend. And so this has been recreated in a lot of different ways, but this was the first one, this Vincent Price. Then Omega Man was based on that. And then, of course, the Will Smith movie, I Am Legend. But I'm not going to watch that one after the big slap.
Oh no, that movie is amazing, and you have to watch.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm just not going to watch it again.
Version. Have you seen the alternate version?
Oh no, I haven't.
So it makes a lot more sense. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and so, but what I like about Waxwork, and we were talking in the pre-show. There's some albums that I buy just for the art. I mean, the music is almost incidental, but I just like the way they produce these things, these records, and just a lot of fun. I've listened to this once. I don't know how often I'll ever listen to it, but I just like having it. I have on live streams. I like to pull them out and show them on live streams. But I'm not. The music is by Paul Sawtell and Bert Schefter, which I would not have known unless I got this. Now, there's some other Waxwork records, those Kaiju movies like King Kong Escapes by a guy named Akira Ifukube. Now, that guy's actually, he's worth listening to even without the movies, but this is not one I'll listen to a lot. So that's my first showing, David.
You know what? I bet if you had that on CD and you could throw that into your CD player and put it on repeat while you're reading your book, I Am Legend, I think you might like it more. I love those old movie scores. They're fun. So, have you actually read the story, I Am Legend?
Oh yeah.
Oh, gosh,
yes, I love it. I love Richard Matheson. He's just a very prolific writer, and a lot of his stuff made it into movies and TV. It's just kind of a hero of mine.
Yeah, he was a writer on Star Trek too. So I always forget to do this, but you know what? I just remember now. Let's not notify. Let's recognize the people who are here. So we have
Michael Richie's here.
Huh? Yes.
Mark Morris. I love these people.
Mark Morris is here. Garage
Mark
Geek
is here.
Sleepy Reader's here. Thank you. He's baking away. He's got a little apron on. Sleepy, can you please send me a picture of you in your apron? No Solution is here, and by the way, I'll be
New
live with No
Solutions here.
Solution. Yeah,
Oh, we got some
tomorrow.
good ones for Thanksgiving. I can't believe Vinyl Richie's here.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
gonna get
Richie.
to Vinyl Richie in a second. So Donald Rex is here, and I'm also going to be doing a live stream with him, I believe, tomorrow. Morton is here from
I love
around the
Morton.
world. Yeah, around the world, Morton. Thank you.
Onslaught.
And Vinyl Richie. So Vinyl, I'm still waiting for you to say yes to a live stream. This is Friendsgiving. Aren't you my friend, Vinyl? He's like, no. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on. So I'm gonna start with the obvious one first. I'm gonna show off just some comics that I grabbed. Like I was running around this morning before this stream because I'm very prepared for these things, and so I just grabbed a whole bunch of horror comics right from the G's. So I love these old horror comics, especially like the 12 to 20 centers. And when you can just look at the art on these things, they're so cool. So I'm going to show off a couple of these. Maybe that's not so cool, but Guardy. Some people in my audience are going to recognize the artists on these. Like, I can't wait to read these. I've got a huge stack of comics that I'm going through, and I'm definitely going to be going through a lot of these horror comics. I mean, look at that. That is so
Oh,
cool.
I think Paul Gauguin did the cover of that one. Yeah.
This
No,
one,
I'm just kidding. Paul Gauguin was a famous
I know.
post-impressionist.
I was going to see who actually did this one. It looks like Kaluta to me, but I don't know. And what kind of jail is that? And then there we go. So I went for the obvious right from the beginning. I just showed off comics, so I got the comics out of the way. Let's see.
Like the comics.
Yeah, we got some comments before we move on. I'll make us equal for the comments. Oh wait, I like this view. Yeah, waxworks are very expensive. So what is that other company? Mondo. Mondo's pretty expensive as well.
Mondo, and there's one called is it Death Waltz or something like that. They sell those soundtracks. They're all kind of expensive.
Synthetic Panels is here. Hi, Synthetic.
I don't think I know Synthetic.
And you are up. Let me switch the view again.
So
Guide you over.
I'm going to do another record, and then I won't do any more records. I have a lot of stuff here, so I have plenty of material. We can go on all day if you want, but
No, I'll cut
I don't want to go on all day. I got things to do. It's Thanksgiving. Do you think I'm just a lonely man sitting here on Thanksgiving with my dog? Yeah, I got all day.
How's Elsa?
Oh, she heard her name. She's on the couch looking at me. She's very suspicious now. I have talked about this way too many times, but I just love the cover art on this. Music to freak your friends and break your lease. It's a bit of electronica it's actually Rod McEwen. And I know Chris Profey loves Rod McEwen, so I'm not going to say anything about his crappy poetry or anything. But this is just a fun album. It's done. You can tell that it's done with a lot of tongue in cheek music. He goes as Heinz Hoffman Richter, Symphony for Tape Delay, IBM Instruction Manual, and OHM Septet. And it sounds pretty much like that. It's a fun little record, but I just love this cover. Interestingly enough, you mentioned my dog Elsa. I named Elsa after Elsa Lanchester from Bride of Frankenstein.
I remember that.
So that's all I have to say about this. It really will freak your friends, and I would not play this in a crowded house party or something.
I would buy that album in a heartbeat for sure. And let me go ahead and make us equal. Wait, I like this one. I also
Vinyl Richie agrees with me. Rod McEwen is horrible.
No, he's not.
Sorry, Chris Profey.
He's not. I did a review of one of his albums, and I went in listening to it blind, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I don't think he's horrible. Sorry, both of you. You're wrong. He might not be the best ever, but he's not horrible. You people are
His-
harsh. That's wrong. All right. Oh, it's my turn, right? I'm trying to slide myself over. There we go. So the next, I'm going to show off some Funko Pops, but I have two waves. So first, I'm just going to show off some random horror Funko Pops. So here we got the an alien. I just love the head on this one.
That's a good head.
Weird thing. That's a weird thing to say. For the music aficionados, we have Eddie. I've got about 5 different versions of Eddie. Like, look at him.
That's pretty creepy. I got some good head going on here too, Dave.
All right. I don't want to know what that means. Okay, here we got. This is those old type where they have that particular stance and they just kind of look. They just look funny. I just think this is hilarious. Like, look at his little. Is that a fedora? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, I think that's a fedora.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could tell. The later versions of Funko Pops, they broke away from the traditional design, which was a good thing because all of them look like this. That same stance. All they did was basically change the paint on them. So I'm really glad they got away from that. I've got 3 more to show in this wave. Here we got one of the monsters from Stranger Things. I think those are.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, they have a version where it's opened up, and I have that one too.
That doesn't look as silly as the regular Funko Pops.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Funko Pops really did change their design. I'm going to show you one that I think you're going to think is awesome. But here is Pumpkinhead. I mean, he's pretty cool. Come on. So he's got a normal body, except always the Funko Pops, the heads are huge. But the huge head kind of works on this one. Look at this thing.
Oh, man.
It is awesome.
Yeah, that's actually a little frightening.
Yeah, and it's got this huge tail, that they can whip around. So this is and it's way bigger than a typical Funko Pop. So here is the typical one, and here's this one. Well, maybe not way bigger, but you get the here. I'll put them next to each other if they were like standing next to each other. I can't get the balance right. So this thing is like quite a bit heftier. So there you go. Some Funko horror pops.
You might be surprised to hear that I have an Alice Cooper Funko Pop.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's the only one I have. Thank you for that, David. I love that Funko Pop. Yeah. Oh, let's do a little segue here. Since we're talking about pop, I want to show my bottles of soda. This is the Bride of Frankenstein. This thing's really old. My friend Colby gave this to me years ago. It's just a label on there, but I really like it. And this one I think is much better. It's just Frankenstein. And I obviously haven't drank them, and I bet they taste terrible now. But
it's green.
I just like these things, and I thought I was just looking around the house, and I've shown these to you before. I don't know if I've ever shown them on camera before, but I really like these things. So that's a pretty short little thing there. But those are my Funko Pops. They're pretty funky in their pops. We call them pops here in Iowa. I know they call them soda out there out west.
Yeah, we call them sodas, or some places call them soda pops.
Yep.
You know what? Yep. After I insulted Vinyl Richie's, not liking Rod McEwen, we got no more comments. They all left. I guess everyone agrees with you that Rod McEwen is horrible. All right. So the next wave of Funko Pops I'm going to show are ones that I haven't taken out of the box. Now, I open all my Funko Pops, but these I kept in the box. I just wanted to keep them nice. Now, I actually bought 2 of these, and I took one out of the box. So this is Dracula inside the box. But where is I don't even know where he is. He might be in the living room. So I've got Dracula, and I've got Elsa here.
I love Elsa.
And I got Frank And in fact, I will show you Frank out of the box. I bought this one out of the box too. And Frank, sorry, I'm going to stand up. And Frank is right here. This is how he looks.
Oh, looks good. Looks good.
This is right before
That's
he
the
kissed that little
universal.
girl. And two more. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Funkos, this series of Funko Pops in a minute. So basically, Funko Pops come out in waves and sets, and the first set came out before I started collecting them, and I really, really want the Metaluna Mutant. That thing goes for $150 to $300. I don't have Creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't have Phantom. Like I don't have a lot from this wave, which is, yeah, it's sad because as a collector, you really want the things that you like, right? But Funko is one of these companies where they put out limited releases and then they go out of print. And then, you can't get them basically. And
That Metaluna Mutant, that would be one to have. I love This Island Earth, and it's one of my favorite science fiction movies. And it looks a little goofy, but yeah, those would be cool to have.
yeah, but I mean the prices. And so then they put out this series. So I think they put out 3 different waves. And I knew about this one. And you can hear me whine and cry on YouTube about this because they only put them out in Walmart. Not Walmart, Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to Walgreens all over the city. I was having friends go to Walgreens all over the city. And I wish it were now because I would be having my YouTube friends go in different parts of the country. But people were showing them off because they would go to their local Walgreens and they would pick them up, and I kept going and they didn't have them, and I would call and I would go like when their new toys would come. But they were only regional, I guess. Like I was not getting these. So I finally had to like go on one of these little, what do you call those little shopping apps? And people would advertise them and I'd have to drive like halfway across the city to go and pick one up. I went through so much to get these stupid things, and I was so frustrated because they were supposed to be at every Walgreens and they weren't. They were only at select ones. And there were people telling me, "Hey, you have to have a good relationship with the Walgreens manager so that you can get them." I'm like, "What? Why am I going to get friendly with a Walgreens manager so that I can pick up a couple Funko Pops?" It was so silly. So anyway,
Here's a fun tidbit is I know there's a Walgreens near me, and the manager I knew got fired, but I still go there every now and again. If you something like that comes up, let me know. I'll check and see if our Walgreens has it.
I'm over these stupid Funkos. No, but
Oh, good. I feel a little embarrassed buying one, to be honest. So that's nice.
Really? You'd be embarrassed to buy that?
No, I would say it was for my nephew or something.
Oh, that's cool. Hold on, before we move on, we actually got some comments. Yay! So Sleepy likes your pops, Mark. And
good.
Morton wrote, and you got my attention, had to finish uploading a short dedication to Brian. Brian who? Martin? I'm not sure who Brian is.
Brian, Tokyo record style. Tokyo record style. Oh. He's a vinyl community guy.
You're in the know. Look at you.
Yeah, I watch a lot of live stream.
Man, that's cute. Look at the Widow Wolf Man. Three more comments. I have a Funko Pop Grail. Well, which one is it, Morton? Hey, B-Sides, thank you for coming and stopping in again. What?
Yeah, B-Sides. B-Sides was an early fan of my art, so I've always liked B-Sides.
Okay, Morton's just being silly. He says he has an embryonic robot. All right.
I would buy that. I would buy that.
I'd buy that and put it in my bathroom. You're up.
All right. I was going to go with something else, but since Morton brought up the little wolf man, I wanted to show my my action figure. This is the Lon Chaney Jr.
Oh, you're not
Wolfman.
embarrassed buying that.
I got it as a gift. I don't usually buy toys for myself, but people know that I'm into this horror stuff. And so I get lots of stuff like this. I got tons of little things that I would never bought for myself. I'm more into the movies and literature stuff, but I appreciate this stuff so much. And I can't remember who got this to
It's
me.
dusty. Clean it off.
It's really dusty. I was pulling some stuff out. I was looking around. I have something here that I was
Dusted mine off.
instructed to never dust that I'll get to eventually. But this is pretty cool just because I like the classic. Man, that really is dusty. I really like the Lon Chaney Jr. Wolfman. He's my favorite Wolfman, and he's such a tragic figure. I always kind of related to Lon Chaney or Larry Talbot in the Wolfman. And this is pretty cool. I don't know how valuable it
Golf
is.
club.
Looks really old, but I don't know.
What is that? A golf club? Like, what does he have? Oh, it's a
He
cane.
has that's the walking stick with the silver wolf on it that he ends up beating Bela Lugosi to death with, and then in the end, his father smacks him around with it.
Yeah.
So there's the wolf trap. Is pretty funny, but it's pretty cool. So since Morton brought up the little wolf, I thought I would show that
Well,
one.
hey, you know what? This is perfect segues. We're like segueing. So I have something to show. Oh my gosh. I hope I have my Wolfman. All right. Oh yeah, I actually have two. So I have these sets, and they basically come in these really cool boxes. So I love the box art. And then you just flip it open, and it's got a really cool picture, and then the Wolfman, and you can
Yeah,
change the faces. Yeah,
I've seen those. That is cool.
they're kind of expensive, uh, but once if you don't buy them, of course they go up in price. And I think I bought about 5 or 6 of these. For example, here's another Wolfman because it had the classic cover art. I mean the movie poster art, and but it's not the same toy. It is different, I think. Is it?
It
It looks.
looks
It's
very
a damn
similar.
shame. Oh no, I think it has different tools.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I got ripped off.
Sometimes I buy 2 records when I didn't realize I already had bought
Oh,
the
this one
original.
has a cane and it has hands, different hands. And
Ah,
this one looks like it's missing something in this one. Like, did I buy it without a piece in there? I don't even know. Mm. And
that
then
one was probably a little cheaper.
yeah. Oh no, this one is missing it too. Oh no, no, no. It's the trap. It looks like it's
Oh,
missing, but it's the
oh,
trap in
awesome,
there.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
no,
funny they include those traps in these toys.
yeah. And then I like I said, I have different ones, but here's another one I pulled off the shelf. The mummy one. I just yeah. The boxing on these things are cool. And even if you want to store them like this on the shelf, you've got a really cool display. So for example, like that. So either of you display them like this, or you display them like this, or like this. Any way you show them off. But let me go ahead and show the mummy. And to be honest with you, I've seen people display these things in really clever ways, and then they take cool pictures, like they'll add mist to it. Um, a lot of people on YouTube, like me, who just have all the time in the world, they just do some really
Yeah,
clever things
that's what I
with
was gonna say. A
their
lot of people have time on their hands. A lot of
yeah.
retired people, I notice.
All right, hold on. Let's go equal, so I can go through the comments. So no solution had to head out. That's what am I going to
Talk
say?
about horror. Did you guys ever get through Infinite Jest?
No, and he's gonna publicly shame
Okay.
me. I've got about 200 pages left, and I am gonna finish it. But he'll shame me on my live stream. I love those boxes, and boxes are easier to dust than open figures. Absolutely, it took me forever to dust off that alien queen. That was cool. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, Morton. And no shame in this game. The price makes it clear they are not kids' toys. to be honest, kids' toys are in that price range. These cost, I think, new about 35 or 36, and you can buy these sets at Target, and they always have like newer ones. They have like different brands, like they have Chucky, I've seen, and they, all different kinds. I obviously don't pick up that many, but when they did the Universal Monsters, I wanted those. I believe it's your turn, Marcus.
Okay, I wanted to show off. There's an artist by the name of Mike Egan. He's out of Pittsburgh, and he
Wow.
worked in a funeral home for years. He was a funeral home director, did all that stuff. Has this preoccupation with death. And if you look up his stuff, it's all very cool. I came across him on a Tumblr site like in 2012,
Is
and
that
I
a
was
dating
actually
site?
no. It got a lot of grief for because it became basically a porn site after a while. Everybody was posting so much porn. If they heard you were on Tumblr, they just assumed you were into porn. But I use it to post like
Yeah, right.
monster and I sent you the link. I know you got banned from trying to look at that page on your home computer, but um I was using one of his photographs as my avatar, and he got on Tumblr and he liked my pictures. I'm like, oh my god, this guy that I've been using his picture. So I sent him a message. I said, I hope you don't mind it. And we got a correspondence, and he sold me some stuff. So they're real cool little, mostly skeletons, but he does these devil things. These are like
Those
little
are fun. Yeah, look at
12
that.
by 12 things. But if you look him up, he really gained a lot of notoriety since then. I was
I thought
just
you were gonna
checking.
say he really gained a lot of weight.
No. He I looked him up before coming on to see how well he was doing. He's doing very well. I bought these for like $50. I didn't see anything on his site lower than $1,000 now, but these are pretty small things. And he sent all these. That's a bad.
Ooh, you're sitting on some bank there then, because he's
Yeah, but he does. These are the skeletons, and he does a lot of skeletons. But you would not believe how many things he does with skeletons. It's really super cool, and not really horror, but I like these death related things. And he uses it in a weird way. He says that he has an Instagram if you want to follow that, but he says he likes to focus on death because it reminds him his time is coming due and he needs to enjoy life while he can.
carpe
Um,
diem.
so,
Well,
so it's
I
kind of
guess
a backwards way of doing it, but I really like his work and I wanted to show that. Mike Egan, Egan.
Egan. Okay, I'm gonna have to say that was probably gonna be the most original thing that is shown here today, because you have
Oh, I
some
got something else.
original art. All of mine is mass produced, and
I have
so
I have an original thing I'm saving for last, but
so that's gonna be probably something you did,
no,
right?
something my niece did.
Oh, okay. That's well.
It's creepy as hell though.
All right, so I will go with these next. So Francisco, my husband, he bought me. Oh wait, let me go into the other mode. Let's see, slam myself over. So my husband bought these for me, and I'm supposed to hang them up on my wall, and I still haven't. So they're basically just a piece of printed paper on styrofoam. They're really light, but I like, of course, I like this the theme of the Universal monsters, and I just think these are really, really cool. When I eventually hang them up on my wall, there's 6 of them. I think they're gonna look really, really neat.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah,
I
you
have
weren't watching
some
the
stuff
first
like that.
3 because you were looking at your phone, you
No,
brat.
I was looking at the chat because Sleepy Reader made a funny comment about you and Tumblr.
I was wiggling around and dancing when you were showing stuff off. So those things need to go on my wall soon. I'll show the first three real fast since you weren't even paying attention. There you go. So yeah, like I said, they're only like they're like this hard type of styrofoam and just a picture on it. But these are perfect, and they were selling these at a shop in the mall, and they had like 3 rows of all different size, and they were, you know, for what they are, I think they were a little expensive, but they were pretty cheap. You know, when it comes to art that you're going to be hanging on your walls. So look for that in your local mall.
Excellent.
Okay, let me go ahead and sorry, I gotta put these down. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the chat because you claim Sleepy said something funny. I doubt that.
You highlighted it.
Oh, okay. Let me go back to this. A lot of Gigi on Tumblr. If only, like, I think they make pretty good money, and if not, you know, just show yourself off. Be proud. All right, here we go. Let me slide you on over.
Okay, so since you're showing wall hangings, I thought I'd show you a couple of mine. Oh my God, talk about dusty. So of course it'd be much cooler if I actually had the vinyl to this, but a friend of mine found this Alfred Hitchcock Music to Be Murdered By in the Salvation Army. It was just the album without the record, and so he put it in this little frame and sent it to me. I don't own this and I've never listened to it. I was looking it up on eBay today, and it's pretty pricey to get this now. I would never pay what they're asking for it on eBay. I didn't look it up on
But you don't
Discogs.
even need the records.
I
You'll
don't,
listen to
I
it
don't.
once.
But I've always enjoyed this cover.
It's
I've seen it.
cool.
This is something that shows up on Tumblr a lot, or at least the sites I visit on Tumblr. But this one shows, so I was really excited to get like just the cover here. And then, oh man, that's so dusty. I don't know if I'm going to show it. I'm going to show. It's horrible. I should have looked at this before I did. But I don't know if you know who Linnea Quigley is, but she's in a lot of horror films. The big one that she's known for is The Return of the Living Dead. And she plays a character called Trash. And if there's anybody who's seen that movie, they'll it's really racy. It's really she's just fully nude in this thing, and she's real good looking. She was born in Iowa, where I'm from, and she actually is there's a local film production thing called oh man, Prescription Films, and she has made a couple films with them. And when she came to make films, I was able to meet her, and she had a whole bunch of these things that you pay, give her $20 and she would sign it for you. There were so many of them that were just her nude, but I was too embarrassed to say, I want this one and have you sign it. So I got this thing where she's just in silhouette, but now I wish I would have got the filthier ones. And then
You know what? I'm glad you didn't. I think that is way nicer than
it was nicer, but I really did want those because she was like just fully nude, and I just felt weird to put something out. Like, could you sign this? No, no, not there. I don't want to be able to see that. Just down here where it
sign
doesn't
the
get
vagina.
But she is really super sweet. She's still making movies and stuff. But I was excited about that. And then I thought I haven't framed this one yet, but my friend Clay, he was at a car show, and Butch Patrick, Eddie from the Munsters was there, and he got this autograph for me. So I thought that was kind of fun.
You need to frame that. Hurry up before it gets ruined.
I will. What's funny is he got that. He called me up and he says, "You're not going to believe who's at this car show. It's Butch Patrick." And I'm like, "See if he'll give you an autograph. See if he'll give you an autograph." And he got it. And then like about a month later, I ran into Butch Patrick at another show. So I could have got it myself, but I would have had to pay for it. So this way I didn't have to pay for it. And this is just a
cheap bastard.
I am a cheap bastard. And this is just a local. Actually, I think they're national now, but I think you have to do it through My TV or something. But there's a local Iowa kind of creature feature show called Midnight Mausoleum, and it's hosted by Marlena Midnight. And Marlena Midnight. That doesn't sound right.
Marlene
Something.
Amendment.
But I just I met her too, and she's really super sweet. And Midnight Mausoleum, if you ever want to look it up, they it's just like your typical old time creature features where uh, they have little funny skits between the movies, and they're just the crappiest movies you ever seen, but it's fun. And that's some
Actually,
of my wall hangings.
let's take a little aside. I was texting with Captain Strange Life, who's an old time YouTuber, and he's recently been watching my show, and I'm very happy. Like he's been on YouTube for like 16 years, and he started watching my show, and he's actually saying some nice things about it, which is really nice. And so I started texting him because I was asking him, hey, would you grace me by being on my show? And we started talking about like when I grew up, the local channel would have those kind of midnight shows, and it was called Big Chuck and Houlihan, and then later it was called Big Chuck and Little John, and they always did their little skits, and they were so racist, but it was yes, they all of them were against Polish people, but it was kind of tongue in cheek because one of them or two of them, they were both Polish, and they were kind of like making like fun of the whole, make fun of Polish people, and then like kind of joining in. But like the one character's name was the Big Kielbasa, and like he was a Western, like an idiot gunfighter. It, it that stuff is like priceless. I grew up on that stuff, and a lot of that stuff is getting lost, I think.
It really is. It's there's a lot of every state and major city
Every
had
local,
their own. Yeah,
and
and
I'm
it was
wondering
so
if there's
fun.
some kind of database where all of these things can be put together, because that stuff needs to be put out on like DVD or something, or saved, because
Yes,
it really showed local flavor and character as well. Because there were a lot of Polish people where I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm sure it would reflect the different areas of the country. And I don't know. I was actually going to do a show about those two, Big Chuck and Houlihan and Big Chuck and Little John, and it's that midnight stuff, which I think that stuff is fascinating.
that is
Um,
fascinating. There's a guy. This guy, Pleasure Den of the Absurd. His name is Kyle, and I was gonna try to introduce you guys. So I'm glad he's here. Uh, just great uh, taste in just an absurd taste in films and paraphernalia and stuff. And you guys kind of remind me of each other because you collect these odd things. My oddities are limited, but you guys could go on and on. But this Kyle, it's Pleasure Den of the Absurd. I just love this guy, and he did a live stream last night. I was so excited to see him on a live stream. But I think you two would really hit it off. He's really into some of that just crazy Gordon Herschel kind of films, and just a wealth of knowledge. I just love watching him, and he loves records too. He's a big Led Zeppelin guy, loves Jimi Hendrix, that kind of stuff. But if you get a chance, check him out
I'll
and
do that
sub this
today.
dude up. He is so good, and he does these like 1 minute shorts where he can get so much information, and it's done so well with it. You don't feel like it's being crammed down your throat. It's entertaining. Anyway, I saw Kyle here, and I kind of wanted to shout him out.
Thank you. I will definitely check him out afterwards, and maybe we could do a live stream together. That would be fun. Um, I don't. I actually don't mind. Like, there's a couple of people who have contacted me that I've never met before, and they say they're interested in doing a live stream with me. And it would be like going blind. Like, I don't know this person, but that would be a good way to get to know somebody, I think, through the live
Yeah,
stream.
it would be dangerous in some cases, but Kyle would not be dangerous. He's just he's a lovely human being.
I can
You
live
would
on
find
the
him.
edge. Yeah, actually, some people, I think they go on and they do it on purpose. They show porn to get people
Yep,
banned.
it's a channel taken down. Yeah, it's been done more than once, but
That's
not
sad.
to me. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really, really sad.
Mhm.
Is it my turn or your turn?
No, I just showed the. I just showed. Oh, maybe it is my turn.
I
Is
don't
it my
remember.
turn? I'll show this. I'll show these. I don't want to show that. Let me show
If you brought
my
it, you got to show it.
my Hammer Glamour book. And
Wow.
so
I face is gonna like that.
we've talked about Hammer horror before. And one of their things that I remember you were talking about, I can't remember the movie you're talking about, but you were like, man, that woman is busty. That was kind of a
Stranglers of
trademark.
Bombay.
Yes, that's the one you want me to watch.
Yeah.
But that's their kind of trademark, this Hammer horror. And this came out, and it is just a beautiful book. I mean, if you're into Hammer glamour, this might not interest you as much as it does me, David. But there are it has all these. Some of them are pretty racy. So some of those Hammer glamour stars are just incredibly hot. Um, the big ones are like Ingrid Pitt, Madeline Smith, Carolyn Monroe. Just beautiful women, and they have like a little story in here about their lives and stuff. It's
When
really
did
well
you read
done.
those?
I've read a few of them, but mostly it's more like a coffee table book to leaf through when you're by yourself, if you know what I mean. And anyway, you were talking about Hammer films the other day, and I thought this would be a good tie-in. Hammer glamour and
I think I
classic
should look
imagery.
that up.
It's really good. It's really good. But again, like you said, I
Hey,
haven't read all the
can you
articles.
look up while I'm talking? Can you look up Stranglers of Bombay and see if that woman's there? Because when I say she sits there heaving, she has her
Yeah,
breath like this, and she's like,
yeah.
as
I
they're like
bet.
torturing people, and that's what got like banned. It was surprising because that's the thing that got banned in the U.S. They cut her out like because she was enjoying
Oh
the
yeah.
torture so much.
Hey, Kyle, do you know who the woman was in Stranglers of Bombay? If somebody knows, I bet Kyle does. Otherwise, I'll have to look her up. But I'm sure
Hold
she's in.
on, Marnie. Wait, maybe
Oh, yep,
Marnie
I got it.
Maitland.
Just a second. It's in here.
That could be the wife, though.
Just a second. We'll see her here in just a second. Found her.
Sorry, guys, we're
Oh,
dragging this
this
on
is
for you.
her, all right. Yeah.
Show her, show her,
Marie
show her.
Deborah. Marie
Show those.
Deborah.
There she is. You see those breasts? And she was like, like those things moving up and down. Look at her.
Yep.
Hold that one closer. Yes.
This
I'm
way it's
telling
like
you,
a down blast.
if you want to see heaving bosoms, you have to watch Stranglers of Bombay.
Yeah.
That's like the
That's
definition.
one I have not seen, so I'm gonna be looking that one
But
up.
it's only a few seconds.
Yeah.
But it's a very good part of the movie. But it's like so weird how she's getting off on all the torture, and she doesn't speak at all. She just like pants.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably the best acting in the whole movie.
All right, I got something. Wait, let me get bigger here. I got something a little different. I have puzzles. So I have these Universal Monsters puzzles, 1,000-piece puzzles that replicate some of the old art, I guess. No oohs and ahs. Oh well. Here is a Wolfman puzzle. I haven't even opened these things. I don't know. I might be in the market to try to trade these away for with somebody. But anyways, this one
Oh,
I think
that's
is
cool.
really cool. Yeah, Revenge of the Creature. But imagine trying to do this 1,000-piece puzzle and it's just green and black. I mean, this might be easy to do, like the lettering, but I think this would be really hard to do.
So
And
I have.
then,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, Frankenstein. So I have these 4 Universal Monsters puzzles. They were originally, I think, like $40 or $60, and they were having a big sale like on Black Friday or something. And I got them for $20 each, or maybe even less. I might have gotten them for 15. And then they sold out, and I think now they're actually sought after. Get her on the altar. Garage Geek equals boob channel. You want me to, I can show off my boobs if you want to. Um, I guess B-sides likes she likes my puzzles. And all still sealed. Yeah, they're all sealed. I haven't opened them. I never did the puzzles because I have cats, and the only huge space that I have is my living room table. It's like really big, but the cats would get on there and just knock the pieces everywhere. So I can't. If I can't do it in one night, then it's hard for me to do a puzzle right now. All right, let me move it over, or are
Okay,
you
I'm
ready
gonna
to
have
show?
to stand up for just a second. I want to show you. You showed the creature from the Black Lagoon, and I think I've shown you this before, David. But this is uh, this is my little framed montage to Creature from the Black Lagoon. And then those little white boxes, those are the autographs of every main character in the movie. So it
Oh,
has
cool.
Julie Adams, Richard Carlson, Richard Denning. Also has both the creatures. There was a creature on land named Ben Chapman, and the underwater creature was Rico Browning. Has their autographs on it. And this is one of my prized possessions. This is usually hanging on my wall, but I wanted to show this.
I I bet that's worth a lot of money now.
I hope so because I spent a lot of money on it. Uh,
Oh, it
but it was
wasn't
years
cheap.
ago. All my friends made fun of me for spend, but I bet it's worth more now. But apparently, the guy that played Doctor, oh God, what was his name? Doctor, the guy who finds the creature. Apparently, he didn't last long after that movie, and it was really hard to get an autograph from him. So he's the one I really was least interested in. But the guy who sold me that made a big deal about how hard it was to find an autograph for him. So apparently, that's really rare.
I think you should have left off the part about you not being interested in getting it. But okay.
But I
Um,
love Julie Adams in that, and Richard Carlson is my all-time hero from those old '50s science fiction movies. He's just a just a cool scientist guy. Always carried a gun in his glove compartment. It was
yeah,
crazy.
so Sleepy wonders if you like Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's because on OnlyFans, when Mark takes off his clothes, he actually has scales. So that's why.
Um,
I think I'm up. Yeah, I'm up. So let me grab. Oh, I just slide this over. Um, I grabbed some different type of media. So, wait, I thought I had more. Oh, they're over here at the side. Okay, so I had Sleepy knows about these. Roger Corman has a set of DVDs out, and they're really cool. They're also Blu-ray. I like the DVDs honestly because the cover art, the Blu-ray cover art is only this big, and then you've got the Blu-ray logo. But with the DVDs, you get this full cover art, and in many cases, the art is reversible. Well, this one isn't very good because there's 4 different movies on it, but when you open these things up, you can pull it out, and there's a movie poster of it, right? But
that's
of
cool.
course, I like this one because of its actual art, right? And this is a
Yeah, some
crazy
of those
movie.
from those Roger Corman movies, that art is incredible. Sometimes much better than the movie.
Yeah. This movie is really funny, but it's got that insect rape scene. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, with
It's
yeah,
infamous.
yep,
So
yep,
I've
I've
got
seen
this
it.
this 7 new platinum. Now this is a DVD version of it. I usually take all my cases. I take everything out of the cases with DVDs, but this is such a nice set that I haven't done that.
So do you like that movie Seven?
It's one of my favorites.
Oh man, it creeped me out so much. I bought it and I watched it once and I gave it away. But it's because it is so effective. It
I saw
creeped
it at the
me
theater,
out.
and it was really, really effective. I saw it when it came out, and it was so good. Now it's been imitated, and the ideas from it have become kind of generic. that it's not as effective now. But if you saw it when it first came out, it was a very, very affecting movie because of what they don't show and the way he makes you imagine it. It's really creepy. The movie's
It
so good.
really is. It really freaked me out. I'm like, I'm never watching this again. I had real anxiety after that movie.
Yeah, it's so good in a really bad way.
I knew you were going to show that. I knew you were going
Yeah,
to show them. I didn't bring mine because I figured you would show them.
so we have these old DVD sets, and what's cool about them is they include all the related movies. If you can get these sets, they have better sets now, but this one has Dracula, Dracula the Spanish version, Dracula's daughter, Son of Dracula, and House of Dracula. I mean, these sets have all the things, and so when you buy the Blu-ray now, they will only put Dracula on it. And if you can find a set like this that has all of the movies and the related movies as well, I just think these are so
That
cool.
they really are. And can I ask you a question about that one? Have you watched the Spanish version too?
Yeah, I like it.
So did you? Some people say they like that version even better than the Todd Browning version,
Yeah.
and I can see why you would say that. But I think that the Dracula in the Spanish version is goofy looking, and I don't think he's frightening at all. And I think Bela Lugosi is better. But the cinematography is so much better. They use the same sets, but the cinematography is so much better. And the woman who played Helen Chandler in the Spanish version is so much hotter. And so I like that part of it. But I
Oh,
still prefer the Todd Browning version, even with all its mistakes and stuff.
the so when you come to the, like, of course, what's effective is Lugosi is his performance, right? And the way he looks. The Spanish one, I guess you would have to take it as cultural. I don't think the way he looks is goofy, but he definitely brings a totally different vibe and air
Yes.
to it.
Maybe goofy's the wrong word, but he doesn't scare me. He wouldn't scare me. Even as a kid, I don't think he would scare me. Lugosi scared me as a kid. Doesn't scare me now because I've seen Plan 9 from outer space. But when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Dracula as Lugosi scared me.
And it could also be a product of you seeing it as a kid, whereas you
Yep.
saw the
Yep.
Spanish one as an adult.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
we also have these versions of the movies where they have the movie posters, which I think is really cool. And the cool thing is on these, there's a lot of extras. So if you can run across these, but they're still DVDs. Here's a great Nosferatu that I have to watch. And again, these
That is great.
yeah, these versions have a lot of special features, which I
Uh,
love on these old movies.
So another criticism I have on that Dracula thing, I think that's the one where they have the Philip Glass does the soundtrack on one of the versions.
Oh, and you don't like it?
I think it's too overpowering. It's not, I think soundtracks should be kind of subtle, but when you're watching it, to me, when you're watching it, you're so aware of that music because it is so prominent. And you can't really not think about the music because it's not really enhancing, it's kind of taken over sometimes. But I don't know if you've seen that part, but I remember being excited because I love Philip Glass, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be awesome. But I was a little irritated when I saw it.
So I don't think I've heard it, and I would actually. Do I have a version of that? I must. I need to
Yeah,
watch
I
that.
thought it might be on that, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, my Dracula one is in here,
Oh,
so
okay.
I have it though. Um, but the what's interesting is I went through a huge class phase, but his music is so circular that you get dizzy after a while listening to him. If you listen to him over and over again, you're kind of like going in circles. But I think I would. Here's what I would say. It's really cool that, I mean, you could find so many versions of Dracula, right? That to have one with a different score is kind of neat, right? It's not like he replaced the original version. Like, that's the only thing that you could find now. So it is kind of neat that that's available.
Yeah, there's really no score in that original, and I think that's why they wanted to do so. It's because it has that awkward silence.
Mm-hmm. So they're going on and on in the chat
You know,
about the Nosferatu movie. Now that does look good, and I think his name is Bill Skarsgård. He like when you see him, they have him looking so tall and thin, and they've got his fingers where they're really elongated, and he looks so creepy for the role. The one thing that takes it away is I could see the actor's face, and that's the one thing about the way he looks that kind of pulls me out. I wonder if he's going to be good. He's a great actor, but I'm wondering, if they had gotten an unknown actor to do that, I think it would have been much more effective. I don't know what you think about that, B-sides or Pie Face. I'm just going to show a couple more. So I have these Alex Ross. I'm a huge Alex Ross fan, and I have these steel books. I showed these in recent videos. The slip cases come off, and you just get this cool steel book art, and they're awesome. And I don't have all of these. I'm missing, I think, 2, and I have to hunt them down. But yeah, they're they're a little bit pricey. And then Criterion Collection has their version of Silence of the Lambs. I love this movie,
I
and
love it too.
yeah, they do a great job. You recently watched this, I think.
I just watched
Right?
it not long ago, and it was really good. I loved it.
Yeah. Here's
But
another
period, it's always good.
horror
Oh,
movie
I love
on.
that one too. I've seen that one not long ago either too.
Yeah, so Criterion puts out a great product. They usually have all these extra features. I love that. If I buy a movie physically now, it's got to have special features. It's got to have something to really make me want to own it. And
And if you watch the narrative over the movie when you get on YouTube, you sound real intelligent because you got some behind the scene information. That's
yeah,
what's good
I
about
love that.
those.
I love those.
Mhm.
So let me go through the chats. The chats. Let me go through the comments. Hold on. Pleasure Dan wrote, "I have to leave now, fellas. Oh, sorry. Thanks for the fun. Yeah, I'm kind of forgetting it's Thanksgiving and everybody has places to go.
Yeah,
Iface is
not
raising his
everything.
hand. Is he leaving, or is he's saying he wants to make a comment? Had no idea about a glass version. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember, I think when I was in San Francisco, they actually showed that version in, I think at the Castro Theater, but I didn't go at the time, which is sad. He's pretty adaptable actor. He really is. He's a good actor. I think he's going to be great in the role. It's just when I saw that image of him like standing, he looks so cool. But then when I got to his face, I was like, oh, that's the actor. So it kind of drew me out of it. Sorry, I already said that once. When's he having Donald Trump for dinner? Was he talking about Bill Skarsgård? You guys should do horror movie team ups. I could learn a lot. Okay, I'm down. In fact, I already pitched an idea to you, and I think we need to work on that. Guillermo
Yeah,
del Toro
definitely.
is always a win. Every film visually delicious. Ooh, I like the use of that word,
Yeah,
delicious, especially
she
on
she knows
Thanksgiving.
where it's at. She knows where it's at.
On
Um,
Thanksgiving, you're up,
those
right?
that Yeah, that Nosferatu. I don't know about this new one coming out, but that Max Shrek in that 1922 silent movie is the scariest. They call him they call him Orlok instead of Dracula, but he is the scariest Dracula ever. I think that
He
dude
really
is
is creepy.
creepy, so creepy. I want to show you this thing my niece makes. She does. I wish I could remember what she calls them. They're like creepy creations or something. What she does is she goes to these weird sales and buys like taxidermy things, buys old doll things, and she puts them together to make these really creepy things. And one I just love, and she gave it to me. And her instructions were never dust this thing because
Ah,
the dustier it is, the better. Like she had to tell me that. And I'm hoping I can show you it's plugged in, but let me go grab this.
all right. I saw Derriere.
So I'm sorry about that. But this is,
Don't apologize.
she took like an angel, like a Christmas angel, and got this skull and put it on
Ew.
there. And then,
I wouldn't want that in my house. I'm sorry.
oh, it is so cool. It's so cool at nighttime with the lights off.
It's a real
But she
skull or
makes
paper
all
mache?
these crazy things, and this is one of my favorite things she made. She did this one with a doll with this taxidermied alligator head on it, just and a wig. It is just awesome. But I wanted to show that because I think this is as about as horror as you can get, and it's a one of a
Okay.
kind.
Yeah, you've shown some unique things. I kind of I would say, who was that gave that to you? Your niece?
My
I'm like,
niece Lily.
take that back. Oh
Lily.
yeah, Lily. I know her. She's got all the tarantulas.
Yes, she's tarantulas and scorpions. She loves all that stuff. So we get along
I'm
really
like,
well.
I don't want that, Lily. All right, you're up. Let me slide you over.
I just showed you mine.
Oh yeah, you're right. Duh. Here, let me slide back over. Well, I can't beat that. Let me
No,
see.
you can't.
Right now.
I was
Well,
saving that for my showstopper. I don't know where we're at, but it felt like we were getting close to 10.
I think this is my last.
Okay.
Honestly. And we're at an hour anyway. I'm sitting on my dog. When I got up, he took my spot. All right, I just have a couple of horror comics, graphic novels that I want to show off. So a lot of the companies are putting out collected editions and really nice editions. And so I'm going to show off two companies. First off, we have Dark Horse, and they have this Harrow County, and these are called library editions. And these things are really cool. And this is by Holland Bunn. And so the art is really stylized in this, but it's actually a really, really nice story. And it's for the price, what you get, like you can see the size difference. These library editions are really, really neat. So that's Dark Horse.
So how much does that Harrow County? What would something like that go for?
I probably paid 30 or 35.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
But that's not the retail. So the retail, oh no, the retail was 40. So I probably paid about 28 for it. Yeah, and so you have to know when these come out, you have to know where to buy them, because when you buy them in advance, you get a discounted price. Now, this one has a dust jacket, and I'm not big into dust jackets anymore. I kind of like when they do this, but you got to admit, like when you pull the dust jacket off, I love this gorgeous
That
wraparound.
is cool.
Yeah, so you can see this.
That is super cool.
Okay, and
so
then,
I don't want to start collecting anything else, but every time you show
no.
stuff, I get tempted to start looking them up.
And then Image Comics, which is a really, really cool. They're not really independent anymore, but they were for a while. They're kind of one of the mainstream. But what Image does that's different is their comics are pretty much just for adults. They're not for kids. And they put out adult content. And a lot of their content is like sci-fi or horror. They do have some drama. But I'm going to show, for example, they have Ice Cream Man, which is such an amazing comic book. But here's Gideon Falls. And you can see this is a really great series. It's 2 editions. It collects the whole thing. And the art in this is phenomenal. It is just a joy to read through this. If I could find a double page spread, if you will put up with me for a second. Even the single page spreads, they're really gorgeous, the art in this. Anyways, I'm having trouble finding a double page. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, here's one, I think. So here we go. So this is a really, really cool comic. And then here's another example of one. This one was done by the same guy who wrote Walking Dead. And it's called Outcast. And yeah, these versions, they're really pretty cheap. You can get them for $20 to $30 each. And when you think about a hardbound group of comics, and this collects 12 issues. Now, 12 issues when you think about it, each comic is $4 to $5 when you buy it on the newsstand, and so that should be about $50 to $60, and so you actually get it for 20 to 30. So you're actually getting the comics at half price, and you're getting them in this beautiful bound volume, right? And so there you go. So I just wanted to point out some of these the horror comics that are coming out in these collected editions, and I'm done. Let's catch up on the comments. You know what? We really should have ended with that angel, because that was the showstopper. Can you show that again? I think we need to end the show with your angel.
Okay, I can show it again. But those bound comics are good too.
Let's see. You could have one of your foster kids help them sleep.
One of these things.
Can you put the face toward the camera? Oh no, you can't because it's plugged in.
I can get about this close, but let me.
Okay, what kind of skull is that?
It's just a rubber skull, but
okay, if it's rubber, that's fine.
It's not a real human skull.
Okay, good. Off to Grandma's house. Bye, Sleepy. Thank you so much for being here. Besides, Think Your Angel is beautiful. No, she was talking about my books. Put the money is in the dust. Pie Face, you're always enigmatic. Half the time I don't know what you're referring to, but that's okay. I'm so glad that you're here. Pie Face, why don't you want to do a live stream with me? I don't get it. Everybody, my email is dmolinaro33@hotmail.com. DMOLINARO33. So if you want to do a live stream with me, just contact me. Boom. Mark, what are your final thoughts?
I just my final thoughts. Thanks for having me up, David, especially on Thanksgiving when I was just trying to find time to kill. But what I've noticed in here, I've met so many interesting YouTubers through your channel that I wouldn't have found otherwise. And Pie Face, Son of Crom, Sleepy Beavers, these are all people I follow now, and I just enjoy watching it. I am not a super big, I used to collect comics in the 70s and 80s, and I just got out of it. But I still love to watch these things because I love the art of them. A couple times I've been tempted to start collecting again, but I just can't afford to start collecting anything else. These records are killing me. But I do thank for introducing that. I think I follow all these people that are in the stream today, and they're all people I've known through you. So thanks for that.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I also want to thank you for so many reasons, especially for joining me on Thanksgiving. I just want to promote the upcoming shows, because a lot of the people who are or were in the audience, they're going to be live streaming with me. So the next one, I believe, is it would be nice if I had my list. And I know I'm doing one with No Solution tomorrow. I'm doing one with Donald Rex, I think, also tomorrow. And then I'm doing one with Son of Crom. I know that's Sunday. Saturday, I'm doing one with, oh my God, who am I forgetting? I know Son of Crom. I'm forgetting somebody. That sucks. Nobody likes to be the forgotten one. Who am I doing one on Saturday with?
Some forgettable character.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so who is it? I can't remember. Anyways, I'm doing one, and I've already advertised for him. But if anybody would like to do one with me, I'm down with it. Even if I've never met you before, just don't show porn and get me canceled. That would be, I mean, what would it be like not having Garage Geek in your life? I mean, come on. All right. Everybody, wait. B-Sides wrote, "What a great stream, y'all. Thank you for the company and awesome showings while I make deviled eggs." B-Sides, I loved deviled eggs when I wasn't vegan. I love them. They're so delicious.
B-Sides showed a lot of great Halloween records during the season that I loved. Lots of them I'd never seen before, so that was really cool. It was hard for me not to go to eBay and try to search them all out, but I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. I think we're all trying to do that. And will Scott be drunk? It's a possibility. Enjoyed this, David and Mark, Morton. Thank you, Morton, for being here from around, like, halfway around the world. That is so awesome. And I'm good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Wow, we went an hour and 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Stick around, Mark. All right, so let me go ahead and end it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And